Okay, hi. Cheryl and I just completed the approach trail. We started in Amicalola Falls and hiked 8.8 miles to the top of Springer Mountain. And as I think most of you know, the Appalachian Trail actually only starts at the top of Springer Mountain. Okay, familiar sign to many of you. Cheryl and I finally got to the top of Springer Mountain. This is where the first blaze is on the Appalachian Trail going north. This is the destination we had today after climbing what's called the approach trail, 8.8 miles from Amicalola Falls. This is sort of the top of the mountain where you come in. Okay, hi. Cheryl and I just completed the approach trail. We started in Amicalola Falls and hiked 8.8 miles to the top of Springer Mountain. And as I think most of you know, the Appalachian Trail actually only starts at the top of Springer Mountain. And I think there's Springer Mountain sign behind us. And we had a great hike. It was a really nice day after a pretty stormy evening, but we had sunshine and clouds and blue sky mixture all day. It was very nice, certainly no precipitation. And the trail was in great shape and wasn't a walk in the park. I think we're both pretty tired, but it was fun and no casualties. So after we got up to the top of Springer Mountain, we had 1 mile to hike down here. Okay, good morning. Day 2. Yesterday, of course, Cheryl and I did the approach trail, 8.8 miles, and then we did 1 mile north on the Appalachian Trail, and we came back to our little cabin here. And now it's about 7 a.m. and we're packing up, ready to go. Cheryl heading back to Richmond and me heading for the trail. And not quite the view we had yesterday from our little porch here. Probably best just to let you listen to the weather for a minute. Okay, we knew it was going to rain sometime, so it looks like we'll jump right into it. Day 2. I'll report back later. Okay, I just left Cheryl. These are my first few steps heading northbound. And we're not planning to stop till I return to Katahdin. It was raining very hard this morning. Hopefully I was able to include that video with this. And thankfully it was very light rain when we got to the top here. A tiny bit of rain coming down now, but I don't have any rain gear on. And it's supposed to be a cloudy but dry afternoon. There's a big front coming through the east, and we're all getting some of that. But it's all good right now. So just thought I would capture these first few steps. Very good trail here. I'll be going downhill for a good part of the day. So I'll report back later. Thank you. Here's a really pretty patch early in my hike on day 2. Day 2 being the day that I had to say goodbye to Cheryl. Day 1 was, of course, the day we hiked a mile northbound after doing the approach trail. So this beautiful little area overgrown rhododendron trail is a little on the muddy side, but very earthen and not a lot of rocks and roots. So good start to what I hope to be a long trip and an epic journey. And I really thank you all for following along. But I thought I would cover this spot because it's beautiful, even though we've got a very light rain and it's cloudy. Still really nice to see this area rhododendron. So before I get hurt, I think I'm gonna stop camera. Gotta go down a few paces here. So I'll be back. Okay, it's towards the end of the first day, maybe the second day. Of course, first day was the approach trail with Cheryl, and today is first day on my own with my full backpack. And I thought I would try a little bit of stick pick video just to end the day. It's been a fantastic day. The weather hasn't been great, but I felt great. Excited to be out here. No second thoughts. Looking forward to the next day and the next day. Weather's been pretty good for walking, maybe around 55 degrees. I've been in shorts and this one top all day. It's been a light rain most of the day, but I've never had to put on any rain protection. My body heat, I think, is keeping the shirt relatively dry. So that's what we've been doing. Path has been, I thought, extraordinary. The quality of it, the manner in which we were able to work our way up different slopes without working too hard. My real compliments go out to the Georgia Appalachian Trail Maintenance Club. I thought the trail was in great shape, and my guess and my fear is that the days will get harder. Did not appear to be the toughest day of hiking, but it was fun. A lot of good scenery with beautiful creeks. Hopefully you saw the waterfall that I visited lunchtime. And now I've got about maybe another hour, a little less than an hour, slightly downhill as I head for shelter area and tenting. I'm gonna lean over. I just found someone lost looks like a towel that probably fell off a pack coming in here to this shelter that's up here, maybe 0.7 miles away. So I'll carry it into the shelter. Anyway, that's technically day two, the end of day two, and everything's doing great. I really appreciate you watching along, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good morning. This is day 3. Had a very rainy night last night. My tent did great. Just had to pack it up wet this morning. Rain seems to have stopped. There's a big front that went through the East Coast, and we certainly got our share of it. So we're very kind of fogged in, a little bit of mist and a little bit of light rain. I was the first one out of camp this morning. You might recall one of the reasons I decided to leave in February was to try to beat the rush. These early campsites and shelter sites tend to have an awful lot of people staying at them, as many as 50 tents sometimes. And last night we had probably 6-8 people in the shelter, and I think I counted 8 or 9 tents and 1 hammock. So it was a very moderate use, kind of what I was hoping to find. I knew I wouldn't be out here alone, So anyway, the trail's getting a little steeper here. Just want to say good morning. Made it through the night really well. My tent did great, and looks like we've got a rainy, misty morning, but we're supposed to see sun before the day's over, so I'll check in later. Thanks. So I'm descending from Sassafras Mountain, maybe the first reasonably significant climb after Springer. And the sun's coming out, as I said earlier, but there's this interesting phenomenon as I'm going down the trail here. The trail is right here, and on the left side of the trail we have these beautiful views in the distance of these mountains as the sun's coming up and the blue sky is being revealed. But over here we still have the fog and the mist rising. But you can see the sun is starting to peek through. So just kind of interesting. Hi, it's day 3. It's a little before noon. I've stopped here to have my lunch. I needed to get water anyway, and it was a good time to take a break and have my turkey pepperoni, my tortillas, and some cashews, and maybe some M&Ms. I just didn't think there was a much nicer place than this to hang out and have your lunch. It's one of the reasons we come out here, and just thought you'd enjoy seeing this. You can see the sun is pretty much out now, and we're gonna have a beautiful rest of the day, and it's supposed to be sunny all day tomorrow. So just wanted to let you in on this beautiful site, and we'll report back in sometime later. Okay, today is our assault on Blood Mountain, highest mountain, I'm told, in Georgia. And this is a little warm-up. Came down a pretty steep hill from where we camped last night, and then we just climbed a pretty high knob, and we got this beautiful treadway, and it's a beautiful day, as you can see. Probably high 40s, low 50s, breezy, and clear blue skies everywhere. So it's a great morning hike. It's just perfect weather for doing this, and just thought I'd show you how nice the trail can be sometimes. Just incredibly easy and pleasant. It's a nice way to, for me anyway, to stretch my legs out a little bit after doing a lot of climbing up, and this is allows you to take some longer paces and feel like you can stretch your legs a little bit while you're on this kind of pathway. So it's just a little taste of my day here, and we'll get back to you later today, certainly on Blood Mountain and at Neal Gap at the end of the day. See you later. Okay, hi, behind me is the shelter at the top of Blood Mountain. This is a pretty famous spot that thru hikers get to. It's after their first sort of major climb, and we got here on a beautiful day. So I just want to show you this, and I'll show you some of the views from up here, because it's a lucky day we got completely clear. Okay, I moved away from the shelter over to the edge so we could get some of the views from here on top of Blood Mountain. This is generally looking east, and we'll go to the other side of the shelter and see some of the views over there.